Hi, everyone, and welcome to the End Zone. I'm Jeff McCord alongside of Hallie DeVore. And before we get to football tonight, we've got some basketball to talk about. Big Blue Madness at Rupp Arena had a few surprises tonight. You were there, Hallie. Rick Pitino was there. The floor looked awesome on TV. How was it in person?
The floor was so cool. I actually heard that if you were in the nosebleeds, you got better seats.
Yeah.
You can see SEC Network was there covering the event. And then first up was the women. There was Kentucky's own Cassidy Rhodes, just one of two returners on the women's side. And then first-year head coach Kenny Brooks making his debut, walked in style, a ton of energy from the former Virginia Tech coach. I think one of my favorite things was seeing how much fun him and this group of girls had. There is Georgia Amoore, the new Kentucky Wildcat, a star player, and Deja Lawrence. She won the three-point competition, and just following them was the boys. And this was interesting. They each came in different sections of the arena. There's Kentucky's Travis Perry, and this next one, my personal favorite, Lamont Butler came in rapping to, I believe, his own song that he made about Kentucky or Kentucky basketball. And the guys, they warmed up with some drills, showing off their skills, and then it was time for the dunk competition. My other personal favorite moment, Colin Chandler lining up Mark Pope and his wife and dunking over them. That was such a cool moment. Got Big Blue Nation on their feet. He's not the tallest guy on the team, and Mark Pope isn't short, so that was really impressive. And then the three-point competition, of course, came down to your Kentucky boys, Trent Noah and Travis Perry. Lyon County's own would come out victorious, 29 three-pointers for the win. And then, like you said, Jeff, there was one more surprise for those who didn't know to close out the night. Tons of alumni, and Rick Pitino made an appearance at the end, the former UK coach. He coached Mark Pope in his time at Kentucky, and you could just hear it in his voice and see in his face that this was a really emotional moment for him and for Mark Pope. He got a standing ovation, and I asked him after what made this moment so emotional for him.
I know what he did for our team, one of the greatest teams in the history of the game. I don't know if you all remember, but the average margin of victory in the SEC was about 23 points a game. He was the leader of like 8 pros, and he was the most selfless guy. He was the glue to everything. So to see him out here as a leader just warms my heart like you cannot believe, because I know he's going to do a fabulous job. I went out when he was the coach at Utah Valley State. I was out of work, and I was watching him coach, and I left after having breakfast with his wife and daughters, and I said, that's a great coach. That's a great teacher. But I didn't know that prior to that, even though he's my captain. But when I left that day, I said, that's a great one.
What an awesome rekindling to see.
A smile on his face and a standing ovation at Rupp Arena. Who'd have thought it?
It was loud in there for him. That was awesome.